Now that's the bonus life functionality. What about resetting the game once it's over? For that, I will add a new function here, which I'll name reset. Not reset game, because that's actually a function I have here in the vendor.js file to update my health bars there. So I will just name it reset here in the app.js file, because these names are shared globally across scripts, as you learned. And here in the end, I want to basically do the same I did here. So I want to copy that code into reset without let though, because I don't want to reinitialize these variables. Instead, I want to use the global ones and just set them back to the chosen max life here. I will not reset the bonus life. That's not the idea of this game here. I don't have a function in vendor.js to update the UI. So if you would want to add such a functionality, you would have to write such a function on your own. Not the goal here. Bonus life only exists once across all games. I will just reset the health, and therefore also call reset game here, which is that function in the vendor.js file which resets the health bars there. Now we can call reset whenever we want to reset, and that of course should be the case whenever we lost, we won, or we had a draw. So whenever the game is over. This means here in end round, in all these cases here, we can call reset, just like this. Now there's nothing wrong with doing it like this, calling reset in 3 places. A bit of code duplication, which you can't really avoid. If you would want to rewrite it, and I would argue that this is not necessarily shorter, but if you would want to rewrite it, you could add a new if check which runs after this one, where you check basically all conditions combined, and then you call reset. So here you would check if current monster health is smaller or equal than 0, and the current player health is greater than 0, in which case the player won. Or, and now we got and or combined. Due to the way operator precedence works, this is executed first, thereafter the part after or, and then both combined with or. So after this, I check this condition here. Let's now split it across multiple lines to make it easier to read. Here, my IDE automatically added parentheses for readability. These are not required. Due to operator precedence, this code will work in exactly the same way, no matter if this is wrapped into parentheses or not, because AND has a higher precedence than OR, which means this is evaluated first, then this, and then the result of both operations are compared with this OR operator. So if this yields true and this yields false, for example, the overall result will be true, because with OR, if one of the two conditions is true, the overall condition is true. Now, of course, we're not done here, though. I checked for the monster health and for the player health. Now we can also add another condition, and that would be this one here. And with that, we have all these conditions up there combined, and we call reset thereafter. Now, actually, we can shorten this, though, and then this becomes a better alternative. I wanted to show this first to practice the combination of AND and OR. In the end, the only thing we care about here is whether the monster or the player health is below 0, right? Because in either way, one of the two lost, or it's a draw. But we don't care whether it's a draw or if we have a winner here. We just care whether some value, some health is below 0, because that means the game is certainly over, no matter who won or if it's a draw, and therefore we want to reset. So we can shorten this a lot, and again, then it becomes a real alternative to calling reset 3 times here. We can shorten this a lot because all we have to do is we have to check if the current monster health is smaller or equal than 0, or if the current player health is smaller or equal than 0. Now we have a very short condition here, and we want to call reset if that's the case, if that yields true, because that means we have a winner or we have a draw. In either case, we want to reset. So now with that, let's save it, let's reload, and let's try. Let's hit this, and we won after clicking OK. This should normally reset, but it didn't. Yeah, because reset game, of course, takes a value here, the value to which it should reset our bars. And that's, of course, the chosen max life, which we need to pass in here in our reset function. And with that, let's give it another try. Let's hit attack here. Looks like the monster is going to win now. Well, we have our bonus life, right? But if I click attack again and again, now we really lost. But thereafter, we reset this. And now maybe with a couple of strong attacks, we should win. And we do. And now let's see if I can get a draw here. But that's actually quite hard, to be honest. Yeah, it's really hard. You might get a draw here. You will see that even there, you will reset this in the end. Yeah, here is a draw. Yeah, so this all works. Now we can reset this. Really nice. And with that, the one thing that's missing here is that we let the player, the user of this website now, not you as a developer, but the user of this website, that the user may decide what the initial health values are. 100, 50, 1000. That is something the player should decide, and that's what we'll implement next.